Discord or Twitch?
Discord.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's on the Twitch.
Okay, so hello, everyone. Definitely not the previous speedrunner here with yet another fine quality speedrun. And you've seen this one before. It's a marathon. Oh boy.
However, this game has gotten a lot faster since the last time you saw it on Shots Fired.
Yeah,
I'm Aperture Grills. I'll be helping him commentate.
It's been a full year since I've done this. And we're going to see immediately how quick I regret it. Yeah, we're going to begin in... Alright. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome to Bungie's laziest game. You might think, hey, Destiny is pretty lazy. No, Marathon's pretty lazy, and we're going to explain to you why. But this is Arrival. This is a very technical level, as you can see. A lot of movement.
Yeah, so this game, like many FPSs of the era, you need to strafe run all the time to get more movement speed. The first level is just a straight run to the end. Almost every level you're going to see him read a terminal to exit. There's only a couple levels where you don't read one. He's already onto the second map. Yeah, doing a grenade jump to skip a detour where you go hit a switch to raise some stairs. This game, despite not having a jump button, you spend a lot of your time in the air. It's really easy to gain height with grenades and then maintain that height by firing the assault rifle's primary fire downwards. And you're going to see that used repeatedly throughout the run to skip stuff. So even though this is on Kindergarten, which is the easiest difficulty, and the enemies don't really pose a threat, you're still pretty tight on health a lot of the time. And especially at the beginning of the game, it's really tight for ammo.
It's a pretty technical run, too. Like, there's a lot of stuff we have to do. There's no out of bounds, but you do have to do a lot of unintended routes.
Yeah, there's a lot of unintended things. Yeah, I mean, you can't really sequence break a linear game like this. It's just, 27 levels or 26 levels back to back. You have to complete every single one, but yeah. Someone is mentioning in the chat that the field of view is claustrophobic. This source port actually has a slightly larger field of view than the original version of this game. So, if you think this is bad, you should play the Mac version from 1994.
Yeah, this is California.
Yeah, so that's something we probably should have mentioned. This game is a Mac exclusive, but its sequels were long ago open sourced, and so this is actually a source port of the Marathon 2 engine with some hacks to make Marathon 1 work in it. And that doesn't work perfectly, which will come up later. This level he's playing now, Defend This, has a elevator cycle at the very end of it that
two elevator cycles that you have to race.
Yeah, it has one that's not too hard to make at the like halfway point, and then it has one that's very hard where you really need to make that grenade switch snipe there in order to get it. And you'll see at the end of the level that there's these 3 big triangle platforms that block your path to the switch you have to hit at the end of the level. And there is a really, really fast cycle that you can get on them, but it's very, very difficult.
Basically, if you get it, you're pretty good on world record pace if you manage to.
Yeah, the world record that I just set earlier today does not get that, which costs like 15 seconds. So, yeah, come run this game.
Yeah, please run this game.
You can get a much faster time than the record. To give you a picture of how optimized this game is, I think my sum of best is a 23-something, and the world record is 26:13.
And it's mostly been 3 people.
These are the platforms now that you just went through at the end of the level that you get gated by. Also, I should mention, most of the levels that have that you have to hit multiple switches in are scripted wrong, and you actually only have to hit one. That comes into play with the switch that he just hit on this level, couch fishing, and also on the next level. There are more switches that the terminals tell you to hit. You actually totally just don't need to. He just killed himself to prevent a soft lock.
Later in the
game. Yeah, this game's engine has a bug where if you play through 15 levels without saving and quitting or dying or anything, then the game just locks up. You keep hearing the music in the backgrounds, but you can't move or see. So
there's also a hard lock, which is a bit harder to get, but it can happen.
Yeah. So he just did some grenade flies. Oh, he missed one. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the first one, but since I didn't Alright, let's talk about the worst aspect of this game, and its extermination missions. These are the bane of the marathon players.
Yeah, so 3 levels of this game are tagged as extermination, which means that in order to get the terminal message that lets you leave, you have to kill within 8 enemies. You have to leave only 8 enemies left alive. Wow, I can't talk.
You have to you have to kill all but 8 enemies.
Yeah, all but 8 enemies must be dead before you can leave, and so we have a pretty efficient route through this level. Ooh. Yeah, so that Mad is a friendly robot, but if it dies, it explodes and does a ton of damage. So you really want to be careful killing them to get them out of your way. So he had to kind of. Something I should mention is that. So on Kindergarten, the game only places 3/4 of the spawns that are on the map, and it's random. So which spawns it skips will be different every time you play this level, which means that the enemies are in different spots. Sometimes that can lead to things happening that you don't expect.
So fun thing. That particular person that said that was the yellow god who originally looked up a lot of strategy along with Aperture.
Yeah, Blue Glass a long time ago did some research into running this game on the Mac version and its sequel, Marathon. And we named a rocket jump after him. Blue Glass jump.
Unfortunately, you will not see during this marathon because no one else decided to submit Marathon 2.
Yep. We did it last time on co-op.
Casual reminder for Too Tight to finish Durandal.
He's been working on it, actually.
He has, but he's never going to finish it.
So one of the most annoying things about the Rose is the fact that you have to go through this huge out and back section to kill all the enemies up here. And then return to the beginning area of the level, and it's very time consuming, and there's no way around it because, like we said, you can't leave until almost everything on the map is dead.
All right, now last time I ran this, I had to do both backups. Let's see if I can get it first try. We don't know how Blue Glass is doing because he's dropped off the
So he didn't get a finishing message from that terminal, so he had to go kill a few more enemies in a secret area to get down to within 8 remaining. Like I said, that we try and play it as quickly as possible, which means, of course, not killing enemies you don't have to. And because of the random spawns, sometimes you think you're done.
Oh, I did not think I was going to make that.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to try a very risky strat here.
Those little flying enemies are unique to this game, and they're very annoying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Okay, I had to count the 7-4 because the song's in 7-4, and you have to wait 7 beats between hitting both switches. I'm sorry I interrupted that, but yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you have to hit those 2 switches to trigger 2 elevators, and you have to hit them with the right timing, or else you can't light them both up. This level we skip almost all of through judicious use of grenade jumps, so let's see if he is able to make this first try. Try and get up to that opening in the hallway. Nice. So that involves actually taking damage from a second grenade along the wall as you're flying upwards to get another jump. It's pretty ridiculous. Especially if you play in multiplayer and watch another player do that. It looks very silly.
It's pretty sick.
So this level he's playing now is the only vacuum level of the game. It's the only time that that blue bar next to his health, which is his oxygen, is going to come into play. The oxygen just drains continually while you're on a vacuum level. There is a recharger, but we can finish this level so fast you don't need it. And since no other level of the game is vacuum, you can exit this level with as little as you care for. It really doesn't matter. Aside from being a vacuum level, this level is very linear. It's just go hit a sequence of switches to open big doors that allow you to eventually get to the end bit where you reach the switch that you actually have to hit to finish the level.
It's a very movement-based level, as you can see. I'm spinning around at the doors so I keep my momentum going through them.
Yeah, I have a slightly different tactic for that, but either way, the idea is that you want to, instead of running against the door and have to accelerate back to full speed, once it's open enough, you want to charge through the door at full speed right as it opens. So TB spins all the way around. I kind of do a zigzag motion, but either way, it saves, fractions of a second. Again, here, that last area, there's 4 switches in, but the way that the engine works, or the way they scripted it, only one of them is necessary to actually finish the level.
I think they were assuming the player would hit all 4.
I think so. And it may be that they just didn't notice that in beta testing, because they always hit all the switches.
Oh boy, oh boy, okay.
Okay. So it's good that he has full 2x, which is yellow health, coming onto this level, because we do a big kind of unintended, I guess you could call it a sequence break in this level. The idea for this level is that you go into a long series of teleporters, including waiting for a door that takes 34 seconds to open. But what that results in is having you fall back down to the area that you start the map in. And it turns out the only requirement to open the ending area is that you've seen the very end of that hallway that you return from. So we just jump up into the end of the hallway and then leave. We do another grenade jump to skip almost all of this level that he's playing.
I skipped doing a health recharge to intentionally save a couple of seconds.
As opposed to intentionally saving a couple seconds. Anyway, he has to ride these elevators up, and if he waits too long on them, he'll get crushed in the head, which is annoying.
You can also overread a terminal and start reading it again. Marathon 1 is the only game where that actually is a problem. Marathon 2, you actually teleport out after you read a terminal all the way.
Does it matter in Marathon 1?
Yes, it does. That's why you see me, it shows the login screen and then it cuts back.
Yeah. So Shake Before Using, the level he's on now, has kind of 3 big open rooms in it, each of which are sort of a different puzzle. This one, you have to flip around and hit that switch. This one, the floor falls out from under you, so you have to get off the ground with a grenade in order to keep from falling down. And the third one is just a very, very long bridge. And if you fall off of it, then it's a huge time loss. But in Kindergarten, it's not too difficult to avoid falling off. It's just hard to perfectly kill all the enemies so you don't lose any time blocking them.
Oh, please.
The hitboxes for the enemies are cylinders, and sometimes it's hard to tell when you're running into them or what you're bumping into.
Okay.
This level is very, very short.
I'm gonna need quiet time on the next level. Aperture knows.
Yeah. So the next level is somewhat infamous. Yeah, it's somewhat infamous even in casual plays of this game, because the intended way to do it is to go on 2 long detours in control rooms that overlook this big central room with a bunch of platforms on the floor, and you hit switches and then turn them off at the right time to build a set of stairs that you're going to go up. But that takes a lot of time and is just generally annoying. So instead, we grenade climb our way through the whole room, and then do another pretty aggressive climb to read the terminal.
Alright, I do need quiet time now, because we're going into the second half.
Yep, so now that he's through that door, I'm going to shut up until he is through.
Alright, safety. There's 2 jumps I have to do, and if I screw up 3 of them, it's going to be very bad time loss. The first one, if I goof it up, I get 2 chances at it. If I goof it up on the second one, I have to restart from that save terminal I did all the way back.
It's very annoying when you're practicing this because the save is so far away.
Here we go. Yes!
Okay, nice. The second one is technically optional, but it saves a ton of time, so he's going to go for it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so reading that terminal in midair is actually even trickier than it looks. You have to have a pretty specific Z value, or you can't read it. This level, Habe Quidam, yeah, this run is going really well. This level, Habe Quidam, is another significant also, that's an exploding bob. The bobs are the name of the humans in this game, and the enemies at some point, I guess, canonically figured out how to clone them and pack fake bobs with explosives. So you first encounter them here. Now this level is really tight for health. It's the tightest in the whole series.
It's not going into here is not bad. It's just getting back to where I started is test. As you can see, I have full 1x.
Yeah, so I'm going to save here in case any enemies troll him in this lava pit. Okay, you made it just barely. Something else I should mention is that the grenades do a slightly random amount of damage. So sometimes you'll just barely survive with some amount of health because the grenade didn't do quite so much, and sometimes you'll die. So it's a nice little bit of RNG. And now he's going to grenade climb to the exit, which is not the this level.
Now, if I didn't do that death on couch fishing earlier, this would be a soft lock on us.
Yeah, because this is 15 levels after the beginning.
Now, I'm going to have to exit the game in a bit. I will explain why in just a moment.
Yeah, he's doing some kind of tight jumping around these pillars. We're abusing the way that stairs work in this game in order to climb that better. Also, nice. That was a good recovery.
That was a save right there. Oh boy.
Yeah. Because this game doesn't have a jump button, when you walk towards a corner that you're near the top of, you kind of just get pushed upwards, and so you can use that momentum to keep, like, kind of jumping up around stuff, and we use that here.
It's
sort of hard,
by the way.
Okay, so now he's going on to the alien ship levels. The AI Durandal that's controlling our actions is teleporting us onto the 4 ship, and so it's called For Your Eyes Only. So
same concept of exploration levels in regards to
yes. So yeah, this level and all of the alien ship levels, save one, are exploration, which means in this engine that you have to see certain polygons that are on the map. Seeing them means that you pointed your camera towards them, and the game thinks there's a line that you can draw. So in some cases, we just open the door for a fraction of a second and close it again because there's a polygon we need to see on the other side, and that's good enough.
AR so I can keep flying over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this level has a complete, let me just be honest, a complete bullshit moment.
Yeah, it really shows off how weird and bad the level design is in parts of this game.
So yeah, this takes place on the converted moon of Deimos. That's understandable, but like the level design.
Yeah, a lot of this does not feel anything like areas that would be on a real space. It's just sort of random geometry.
I'm assuming this is a disposal.
So grenade jumping through that window and landing in this bit is important. Otherwise, you have to use an elevator that loses you a bunch of time.
By the way,
and then you run through these very, very dark corridors.
Oh wait, I need to come back over here and save. Okay, why is there a safe terminal in a garbage chute? I don't know why.
Who knows? Because it's convenient to keep the player from getting too mad at this next bit. So this is like some kind of compactor room, and it only triggers once you walk into it. So you want to wait until that platform that you're going to ride out of the room is down, and then trigger the crusher. Otherwise, you have to deal with some irritating platform phase issues.
Oh, that's complete.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that. Okay, gotta jump here. This is also another place where the game would crash. If I didn't get a crash on I would just crash straight to desktop. This was the bane of my existence for a long time and actually put me off a running marathon for a while.
So now we're back on the alien ship. This is another exploration level. Essentially, the exploration levels are designed so that if you just run through the whole level, you'll see every polygon that you need to. But we actually opened it up in a map editor to see exactly which areas that we need to visit.
Now,
the level's pretty linear, though.
I need to point out, looking up the map for specifically this game, you have to actually use a Mac at the moment, unfortunately, to look at particular polygon types.
Thank God it's you!
There's a good program for that called Forte. Yep, PowerPC Mac is 68K. Wait, is Forte for PowerPC or is 68K?
They're everywhere!
I assume it's a dual binary.
Okay.
But I mean, who has a 68K Mac in 2017?
I wish I did.
I mean, who has a PPC Mac for that matter in 2017?
Me.
So here he has to make sure to turn far enough left to see a given polygon.
But yeah, having a Mac specifically for running this game is really nifty because you have so much materials to use.
Yeah, there's a map editor, there's a physics editor, there's a save hacker tool if you really want it.
Yeah, so you can test
So here you're going to see the unique mechanic of the floor goo.
Ooh.
So unlike, there's two kinds of quote-unquote liquids, which are really just floor textures in this game. One of them's lava, which hurts you when you touch it. The other one is the floor goo, which hurts you when you're even hovering over it. Yeah, also all of the floor levels have even lower gravity than the rest of the game, and that allows you to use the flamethrower or the alien weapon to fly around a lot, and we do that to skip riding platforms and stuff.
That is tasty, right there.
We also see him firing up to force himself to fall faster. That's useful a lot in the marathon games. You'll see me do that a ton in Marathon Infinity later tonight.
Yeah, be sure to be here for Marathon Infinity because not only is he playing on Total Carnage, he's doing every single level of Infinity. Well, every single main level.
So this level is meant to kind of be a recharge. It's pretty easy and there's tons and tons of ammo. But given that this is kindergarten and we haven't really used a lot of ammo, we just kind of sprint through it to the end. And then we'll be back on the alien ship for a couple more levels.
This level is complete BS in some regards.
How's that?
Where it won't let you actually teleport out.
Remember, you were I think I probably just missed a polygon. Anyway, once again, this is an exploration level. We only kill what we need to get through because, you know, all we need to do is see. Are you sure you saw the polygon in the brown room?
Yeah, I did. If not, I think I'm way ahead in my estimate right now.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, like, his estimate is
35.
taking into account the possibility of dying multiple times. Yeah, like I said, the record is 26 minutes, and his is like 27. So.
Told you I got it.
Yep.
Don't worry.
So this level he's playing now is the second of the third extermination missions, and it's also an exploration mission. So if either of those are fulfilled, then it won't let you teleport out. And this can really be annoying, especially because you have to walk down this long dead-end hallway to see if which is quite frustrating. You're also required to kill this specific with that big like hall room that he's looking into now. The idea is that the Spit, who are the big kind of orange and purple cloaked guys, are a race that's enslaved cybernetically by the floor, and you just killed their controller, which it's really weak. It just takes one grenade to kill. But on subsequent levels, you didn't go to the other part, though. this fit? You mean behind this?
Yeah, I did the original part. I did it at the very start. Don't worry, buddy boy.
I usually do it second, so I was thinking you missed it.
Well, it's better to do it first because you're literally right next to it.
Yeah. So here we're going into a basement section to kill more enemies and see more polygons.
I didn't intentionally kill these enemies.
Oh yeah. Also, as Polygon says as Albert says in chat, in this case, a polygon is a map segment. I'm not sure what the word is in the terminology is actually, or section. Sector. Yeah, it's the equivalent of a sector. It's just a convex shape map.
Okay, this is another important part I cannot mess up on. So.
Yeah, I'll be quiet for a second.
Because if I die here, it's multiple levels.
Yeah, because there's no save on the previous level. And then we skip the save on this one to save some time. So I came up with that little fly where you drop into the foregoo and then walk over to another hallway that passes over it and fly up into it. That saves quite a bit of running around.
I'm gonna play this a bit safer.
The goal of this level is to snipe 2 switches, which are like disabling an egg or something. Who knows? And then we just take that teleporter and leave.
This level used to take so long, and then we realized out of stupidity that we were going the wrong
that
way.
Teleporter, yeah, we actually used to run back rather than taking the obvious teleporter. So this is the 3rd to last level. Welcome to the revolution. And it's pretty straightforward. It just involves hitting a switch on the wall or open the door to the end. And as you can see now, these purple guys are working with us, and they're going to fight the enemy aliens.
There's a sick grenade jump coming up ahead. I'm not grenade, rocket jump coming up ahead if I don't lose enough health.
Don't you use grenades for it?
No, I used the rocket.
Well, I use grenades. I've seen you use grenades. So there's the switch. It can be a little annoying. It can be a little annoying to snipe the switches with the ballistic arc of the grenades. But in this game, you don't have shotguns. You have no hit scan wave.
And some people use crosshairs, but I'm not using it for reasons.
Yeah, the original game did not have a crosshair. I use a dot on my monitor for this game now. Okay, so we're on to the penultimate level. This is one of the longest levels in the game, and it's another extermination level. It also features an enemy that we haven't seen until now, the Juggernaut, which are these big gray floating things. They have 2 attacks, though you'll probably only see the first one, which is that they shoot double homing grenades. On Kindergarten, they should take a little over 1 full alien weapon to kill, or 4 rockets, or some combination. That's pretty much the most efficient way to kill them. They're completely immune to pistol fire and to the assault rifle.
Well, they're not immune to the grenades.
They are immune to grenades.
They
are immune to grenades. Yep. Yeah, I just confirmed that the other day.
Okay.
Yep, they do not take any damage from the AR or
Also, I'm doing this usually out of the sequence that I normally do it.
Yeah, because this level is kind of sprawling, and you have to visit every section of it to kill the enemies, there's a couple different valid ways to approach it. Also, this next Juggernaut, after this one that he's killing now, is the biggest troll in the game. It loves to fly around in the part of the lava trench that you can't shoot at easily from. That's one right now. So hopefully, yeah, if he nails it with a rocket or 2 before it goes around the corner, then it should die.
Hold on, I still got a chance.
Alright.
Got it!
Yes, nice. That was a nice shot.
Crap.
Okay, so now he's saving one more time.
Because I have 1 more I have to kill.
Yep. Yeah, there is 1 more to deal with, and it's not over lava this time. Also, the big screen flash you see is present because I think of the way that he's capturing the game. Yeah. This game originally used some kind of quick draw, full screen blending effects to do the full screen tint and stuff. And the way that Aleph 1 emulates that is a little weird, especially when you're capturing the game.
Okay, we're getting near the end of the game, so whoever's keeping track of time, get ready.
Yeah, this is almost the end. The last level. Yeah, the last level is actually quite long, but they placed the end right above the start. So just fill it to 3x, get out some missiles,
and time. Sub 30. Sub 30. That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
So what
boy.
was your time?
29, 28, 18.
Wow, that's strong. Yeah, getting sub 30 in a marathon, that's pretty good.
Considering that the last time I ran this, I went over estimate.
Well, congrats. Good job.
Congratulations.
I hope everyone enjoyed this very primitive Bungie FPS. It's quite a fun speed game. And it's free.
Yes, it is free. Go to trilogyrelease.bungie.org or go to
alf1.lawan.org.
which if you want to post a link to that, please run our game. It's just me and Aperture playing this, and it's getting kind of annoying that it's just us two. Please. Anyway.
Yeah.
Take care.